And now for the Silver Medal Awards at RIBA Part 2. In addition to the Silver Medal, the judging panel awarded 3 commendations. The first commendation at Part 2 goes to the project Metamorphoses, Echoes Retreat, jointly submitted by 2 students from the University of Sydney, Australia. The project is a physical manifestation of Book 3 of Ovid's 14 BC text Metamorphoses, specifically the story of Echo, the love-struck nymph who fades away after rejection by Narcissus. As Ovid tells it, Echo became so distraught that her bones turned to stone and only her voice remains. Echoes and bones were therefore the starting point for a creative retreat, a place to avoid those stresses that engineer catastrophe. A series of inhabitable chambers were positioned within the Echo, an undulating membrane stretched across the structure comprising many small bones. The students were tutored by Sarah Gilder, and we're delighted that they have travelled across the world to be with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first commendation in the Silver Medal Part 2 category are Duncan Corrigal and Daniel Spence. The second commendation at Part 2 goes to the project Ecological Research and Macroalgae Monitoring Facility, North Arsenale, Venice. The project was conceived to address recent pressures facing the Venetian lagoon, specifically focusing on invasive algae growth. Situated in the derelict naval warehouses at the North Arsenale, the project proposes a group of laboratories and structures to monitor, analyse and understand algae growth, while collecting and harvesting the existing crop for biofuel to return to the city. The project comes from De Montfort University and was supervised by Sarah Chaffier and Ben Cowd. The winner of the commendation, for the second time on stage tonight, is Christopher Christofi. And the third commendation in the Silver Medal category goes to the project Human Nature. This project takes place in 2021 and envisages the consequences of governmental privatisation of nature. In such a scenario, the world of luxury goods capitalises on the improvement to beauty of genetic engineering and a growing demand from eco-guilty consumers who have lost faith in climate science. Responding to dichotomies in human behaviour, a flawed eco-industry glimpses a new dawn through a genetically engineered nature. An authentic concern for environmental conservation is maintained through its reprofiling as consumer attraction. Supervised by Nicola Collar and Rosie Head, herself a 2007 SOM Fellowship winner, the project was submitted by the Royal College of Art. And the winner of the commendation is Mary Koiser. And finally, the project that wins this year's Silver Medal for the best design project at Part 2 worldwide is called Robots of Brixton and was submitted by the Bartlett School of Architecture. Robots of Brixton is both a design proposition and film project that explores relationships between architecture class and race. The project shows Brixton as a disregarded area inhabited by London's new robot workforce. In this fictional context, the mechanical population of Brixton has rocketed, resulting in unplanned, cheap and quick additions to the skyline. The film follows the trials of and pressures on young robots, surviving at the sharp end of inner city life, constrained by poverty, disillusionment and mass unemployment. When the police invade the one space the robots can call their own, the strained relationship between the two sides explodes into a fierce outbreak of violence, echoing the riots of 1981 and 2011. Robots of Brixton is a project that bridges architecture and politics, using the medium of film as an open, accessible and innovative language to describe the built environment. The judges were extremely impressed, not only by the seductive visual imagery, but by an exceptional portfolio that revealed tremendous inspiration, dealing with the social and physical analysis of urban space and those design responses appropriate to this. Simon Kennedy and Nick Clear tutored the student. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this year's silver medal for the best project submitted for part 2 is Kipwe Tavares.
I had an overwhelming response from this project, and it allowed me to kind of answer a lot of personal questions I had about, as you were saying, race, class and architecture and how it all fits together. I had a lot of support though, so I've got quite a few people to thank. Firstly, thank to Nick Clear and Simon Kennedy for allowing me to have a platform where I could do pretty much whatever I wanted and also be ambitious with it. I'd like to thank the other guys from Unit 15 because we all helped each other out and pushed each other. I'd like to thank Robin Partington because he gave me the resources that I kind of needed to do the project, as long with Lauren and Vesna, Robert, as they mentored me through the process. I'd like to thank my flatmates for paying the electricity bill. And I'd like to thank my girlfriend and my family for supporting me all the way through. And I'd like to thank also RBO for kind of taking a punt and going for it. Cheers.
I left my glasses over there. Doesn't matter. I know what I have to say. I want to thank everybody for coming this evening. I want to really say that you have to go up and see the exhibition if you haven't seen it already. The students' work is outstanding, and you've seen some of it today, a little taster. We want to thank all of our sponsors who we couldn't have done this without. And again, let's support our students in whatever way we can. If you're a practice, we've got mentoring schemes. We can adopt a student. We can help students in whatever way because we want a future for our profession. Thank you all very much for coming.
I think it's important just to add to that, our principal sponsors, our associate sponsors, our judging panels, and all the RIBA staff and volunteers that made this ceremony possible tonight. This is a 10-month lead time to get to this point here, and I would like to extend personal thanks to everybody in the education team, particularly John Paul Nunes, Head of Education Projects. Now, we hope you've enjoyed the ceremony, and we're sure you'll join us for the reception in the Florence Hall on the first floor. Do, as Angela suggested, take a look at the exhibition of winning work. It's going to be here for a few weeks to come. Please help yourself to the catalogue of the President's Medals winning work. produced in association with the RIBA Journal. But most importantly, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.